So I can do it with text, which is kind of cool. Okay. With polynomials, we can add them together. Okay. And what you have to do with adding and subtracting is you combine likes with likes, and that's it. The main thing is make sure that when you have, if we have something like this, and we reviewed some of this last week, so some of you guys weren't with us, so I'll go through it. If we have something like 3x plus 4x, that's going to equal 7x. Okay? The power is not going to change. All right? So we have 3x plus 4x. The number will change, but the power will not. Okay? And then we have, but if we have something where we have 3x plus 4, if we have the number and a variable and a number, those cannot be combined. All right? Because you do not have a variable with the 4. You have 3x plus 4. Hello? You can, if you want, you can mute it. I can see you or hear you. Hope everybody. Go ahead. And so you have 3x plus 4. Okay. Now, if we go, and I have to draw this because I can't do this by typing it. If we have 4x, you want to block them out. 4x squared, we're talking about the dogs, not people, by the way, plus 3x squared plus 2x, okay? The x squared and the x squared, these can be combined. All right? So the x squared and the x squared, that can be combined. But the x, because that is not a squared, that cannot be combined. So we have 4 plus 3 is 7. That's 7x squared plus 2x. Here, let me check the chat real quick. Somebody had a question. Do we have a question? Okay, so a power. So the power, this is a power or an exponent. X to the second is different than just plain x. X would be like x or x to the first. Okay? Right here. These have to match. X to the second and x, those need to match in order to be put together or combined. Okay? So the variables and their powers need to match in order to be added together. If we have 5ab plus 5a squared b, because this has a square and neither of these has a square, we can't do anything with this equation because of the square. These two cannot be combined. So it stays this way as a result. Okay? Does that make, I hope that makes sense to everybody. Because of that square. If we were to add the square to the a here, if it was 5a squared b plus 5a squared b, that would be 10a squared b. Okay, if both of these had squares. All right, now in doing so, you got to notice that when we're adding polynomials, the powers do not change. All right, when you add and subtract powers, add and subtract polynomials, the powers do not change. They stay the same. When you multiply and divide them, that's when they change. And that'll be probably Wednesday's lesson, because this lesson, adding and subtracting, is a 2-day lesson. This is a hard one, all right? Because we're going to do distributive property tomorrow. Distributive property is hard. This is one of the harder ones that we're going to be doing. Okay, so then we have, let's see. Let me go, I'm going to erase this, okay? Let's go. Okay, so we have let's go 5x minus 3x plus 2 plus 3y. Okay, now if we do that, and if you're doing this at home, don't be afraid to do this like on a piece of paper, okay? Like on your own. We're gonna do this as an example though. We're gonna mix these. We're gonna take these, we're gonna go likes with likes. Okay? So we have 5x minus 3x, which is what? That's 2x. And then we have 3y, which is just by itself. We can't mix that with anything. So plus 3y plus 2. And that's all we can do with that. That just stays there because we have x's, we have an x, we have a y, and then we have a 2. The 2 has nothing attached to it, so we can't attach that to anything else. We have an x, a y, and a 2. And that's as far as we can go with that. We aren't going to go any farther with that. But what we did was we took the likes with the likes and we combined them. Okay, let's do another one. If we go, let's say 8x plus 6y minus 4x plus 3. Okay, you can either do this on a piece of paper or you can do it in your head. Go ahead and take a second here. This one shouldn't be too hard because I don't have anything that's different with the powers or anything like that. This is a really straightforward problem, okay? So all we have to do is match the variables together on this. Smoke, got a lot of participants today. So with this, now, if you can do it in your head, that's fine. If you want to rearrange them, it might be easier to do it that way too. You can rearrange it. You can go 8x minus 4x plus 6y plus 3. Okay, now, if you guys want, you can always do chat and send me chat privately. You do it, there's a chat feature on there, and you can send that to me privately if you want, and show me the answer that way too. Don't be afraid to do that. Yes, it is, Terrence. And so then we have so we have 4x, oops, I put 6v plus 6y plus 3. All right, so that works out pretty good. That's the answer. All right, so we're going to go on. Okay, so let's give me a chat response real quick. How does everybody feel so far? Like, you feeling good, medium, like this? I mean, you can send it privately or just to whomever. Just let me know what you're feeling on this. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna heard from a couple. Okay, I'm gonna up the ante. I'm gonna get a little tougher now. Okay. So I'm doing this. Now we're gonna do. They have parentheses. Okay. Now, when they do parentheses with addition, it doesn't change much. It's kind of silly, in fact, because parentheses doesn't change much at all. It's just kind of like there. It's almost window dressing, okay? So if we have 4x plus, let's see, 5 plus, and then we have another parentheses, 2x plus 6, and then parentheses, equals. Now, when we do that, when you're looking at it, if there's a plus there, this plus doesn't change anything about the problem at all. In fact, all it does is it just, everything's still a plus, it's still addition. We could rewrite it if you want. If it makes it easier for you, you could rewrite it so all the likes are together. If you can do it in your head, do it in your head. I don't care, whatever makes it easiest, okay? So you have 4x plus 2x plus 5 plus 6. I like to group everything together to keep everything simplified, or as close together as possible. So if you have 4x plus 6x, 2x, that is, sorry, 6x. 5 plus 6 is 11. We can't go any farther than 6x plus 11. And notice we didn't go off and change the power on the x. The x stayed the same. So this became 6x plus 11. The parentheses here, that was thrown in there mainly as a distraction. That's all it was. They'll do that to you on the test. All right. Let's do another one. Now let's go 14y, and we're gonna throw in here. Sorry, we're gonna throw into a parentheses there. We're going to go 14y minus 6y minus 3, parentheses, and then plus, we're going to have another parentheses here. We're going to go 8y plus 2y minus 5, and then parentheses. Now with this, all we're going to do is we're grouping this stuff together. We can regroup it. This plus in here, right here, this is not going to change anything that's going on the right side of the equation. That's important. Okay? So we're going to take all the y's and we're going to group them. We're going to 14y, and in fact, we can take all the pluses and put them first. Plus 8y plus 2y minus 6y. And then we can go minus 5 minus 3. Now, if you want, we can all probably do all this in our head. 14 plus 8 is 22, plus 2 is 24. 24 minus 6 is 18. So we have 18y. And then you have minus 5 minus 3. Minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. So you have 18y minus 8. That's your final answer there. So how did we do on that? How are we doing on that so far? Let's go to, okay, good. I'm gonna clear this. Clear all drawings. Okay, let's go back. We're you're gonna have to deal with my bad writing now because I can't figure out how to do the powers on this. Okay, we're gonna go we're gonna go like this, 4x squared minus 4x plus 6x squared plus 7. Okay. Now, with this, we only have 2 things on here that we can group together. We can only group together the x squared. We can group together 4x squared and 6x squared. We have 4, and then because we have the plus, all we're going to do, this doesn't change. We can actually rewrite this. We can go 4x squared plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 7. This part, because these two don't have anything that's going to change them, this is not going to change. Negative 4x plus 7. Okay? But then we have 4x plus squared plus 6x squared. So it's going to end up being, we're just going to erase this. This is going to end up being 10x squared. Okay? All right, let's go next part here. How are you guys understanding this? I mean, like, you guys gotta unmute yourselves if you want.
It is true. Why are you putting the specific addition and subtraction in the specific spots you're putting them?
So what's that?
Why are you putting the addition and subtraction signs in the places you are putting them?
Like, what do you mean? Like right here?
No, like in the, like when you rewrote it. Why is it 10 minus 4x plus 7?
Usually what happens is you go in the order of the power. And so like when you rewrite it, so if it's 10x squared minus 4x plus 7, you go with, in algebra, you'll write in order of whichever power goes first. So if it's 10x squared, you'll write that power first. And then this one has, so this is to the second power, this is to the first power, and if there's no power, that will go last.
No, but why are you putting the like addition signs and subtraction signs where you are putting them?
That's random.
Oh.
This right here
is the only one that matters, right?
This is the one that matters. This, okay. Because when I put a minus sign there, that's when it's gonna get tricky.
Okay.
Are you guys, okay, the rest of you, are you guys understanding this, or do you want me to, are you guys understanding this part where I can move on to where I change this? Chat, yes, no? Because if you guys are getting it, if you guys are getting it, I can go and hit like this. This is the next part's tough, but it's important. Want me to go for it? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, so we're gonna hit, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something called distributive property, okay? Here we go. So what we have is, we have three, we go like this. We go, let's say it's 3y plus 7. So Isaac, we're doing distributive property, okay? And then we go 4y plus 9. So what's going to happen here is this minus sign is going to change everything to the right of it. Okay? Everything to the left of it's going to stay the same. Everything to the right of it is going to be the opposite sign. It's called distributive property, okay? So it's going to be 3y plus 7. And because of the parentheses here, now you see the minus, you're going to go, oh, that's minus 4y, and you're right. So it becomes minus 4y. But then people get confused, and because it's a minus and this is all in parentheses, they just leave it as a plus. But what you have to remember is, because it's in parentheses, everything that's in the parentheses is affected by the minus. So this, instead of being a plus, is going to change to the opposite, and it's going to become a minus. So then this becomes minus 9. Okay? So then you go 3y minus 4y plus 7 minus 9. 3y minus 4y, that's negative y. And then 7 minus 9 is negative 2. Okay. So that's the, when you're adding and subtracting polynomials, your biggest factor, your biggest key when you're doing adding and subtracting them, you're almost never going to have a problem that has a plus right here. It's always going to be a minus, and they're going to see if you're going to know how to do distributive property. Okay, so here, I'm going to clear this off. I'm going to give you guys one to do. I want to see how well you do it, and say then I want you to hit chat and hit me back with an answer. Okay. Okay, Sean, that sounds great. So here we go. Let's do this. There we go. 2x plus 16. There we go, minus. Like this. We'll go 4x. We'll go plus 13. Like that. And then we'll do 2 of them. See how well you guys do with it. Okay. And then go 4x minus 6 minus, and we're going to go 2x 8. Okay. Send me your answers via chat. Let's see how you do. Okay. Or if you don't have chat, you can say them over the microphone. All right. Let's see. Done. So this one, the way this one's going to work, look, if you're having trouble, it'll be 2x plus 16 minus 4x minus, minus 13. Let's see. Not quite on that one. Okay. So when we do this, you can watch. We're going to go 2x minus 4x, right? And then you're going to have plus 16 minus 13. Okay? So that minus makes that plus a minus. All right? So we have 2x minus 4x. So the answer is going to be negative 2x plus 3. Okay. Next one. Let's see, who else we got? Let's get a chat on this one, see if we get this one right. Close, very close on the second one to the person who tried it. Okay, so here we go. We ready? We're gonna have, who else is out there? Let's give it a shot, people. We have 4x minus 2x minus 2x, because that makes that a minus. And then you have a minus 6, and then minus a minus. Minus a negative makes it a plus. Okay, you guys can use your calculators, all right? So we have minus a plus. So we're going to have 4x minus 2x equals 2x. And then negative 6 plus 8 is the same as 8 minus 6, right? So that's the same as plus 2. So that's 2x plus 2. So we had negative 2x plus 3, and then we had 2x plus 2. All right? Here, let's do 2 others. Let's get some confidence back up. Let's go, can I draw on this? Let's go 4a squared plus 4b plus, oops. Wow. Plus 4a squared plus 10b. All right, go ahead and write your answers in the chat, would you? So we have 4a squared plus 4a plus 4b plus 4a squared plus 10b. And write that there. And your second one, let's do, let's erase that. The second one, let's type that in. We're going to go 5c minus 8 plus parentheses 4c minus 7. Okay. Let's see how we do on these. Wow, my writing is horrible. Okay, give these a shot. Oop, do we get a chat? No? Nope, not yet. These are hard. I always tell people I think the multiplying and dividing is easier than the adding and subtracting. Well, that's my opinion. Yes. This one, person who wrote, this one is correct. Good job. Look at the coronavirus is on that one, Melissa. Okay, so for this one, all you're doing is you have 4a squared plus 4b plus 4a squared plus 10b. There's a plus, you can get rid of all the parentheses, so it ends up being 4a squared, you can move this over here, plus 4a squared plus 4b plus 10b. That's 8a squared plus 14b. Okay. Ooh, nice job with writing the a squared on that. Okay. Now on this one, let's do this. This one, we have just a plus in there, so we can go 5c plus 4c minus 8 plus, or and then because it's a plus, minus 7. And that's going to equal 9c minus 15. Is that what we got? Okay, so the plus is not going to change this minus at all. So this is going to just become -8 minus 7. So it's going to become 15. Okay? The plus will not change. The plus will not change this. Okay? Only when you have a minus is that going to impact this. Okay? That's where you have to really, that's what you have, where you really have to keep that in mind. Okay, guys? So people get confused on that sometimes. Let's see. You know what? Let's do. We're at a stopping point now. We're gonna do more of this. We need to do more of this tomorrow. To work on it. It's hard. It is really hard. We're gonna pick back up on subtract. We're distributive property. Okay. Thank you all for coming. And then it's going to be a little more complicated, a little more convoluted, but attention to detail is super important in this stuff. So bring your A game, and then make sure you do that. And then Wednesday will be multiplying polynomials, and then Thursday we'll be dividing them. And then we'll be doing equations on Monday.